Greetings. Welcome back to the shop and another episode of Dog Meat Engineering. In this one here, we're going to talk about some jack stands that I built, or support stands, and why I did what I did, and some of the design features on them, and we'll test them out with the dynamometer and the little press. Just to kind of illustrate the kind of force you can develop with a simple screw. So let's check it out. Here's the jack stands, a little closer up. So a lot of people are going to say, or already have said actually, why didn't you just buy some at Harbor Freight? And yeah, I could have done that, but you guys know I like playing around in the shop, and I like designing things, and so anyway, it was a fun little project. Now these particular ones, one of the things I hate about normal jack stands is the, lift it up and stick the pin in kind of arrangement, right? You only get certain increments, and the chains rattle, and I don't know, I never liked them, okay? So I wanted to do something a little different that I could adjust, and these have a screw, an Acme screw, and we're going to see that in a second. So kind of infinitely adjustable, and just using some kind of standard parts, and then a couple of cut pieces that I had laser cut by the company called Send Cut Send, and they're pretty easy to work with, free shipping, twist my arm, right? So let's check out some of the features here, and then we'll give it a load test. And if you want the DXFs, so you can make a set for yourself, and the DXFs would include electronic file of the base plate and the adjustment arm. All right, so let's check it out here. So, like I said, one of the things I wanted was kind of infinite adjustability, and I think these have about, I think that's it right there. There's a bushing inside this, and I think this screw, it's a stock screw from McMaster Carr, and it's 6 inches long, so I get a couple inches of travel. The amount of travel wasn't that super important. What I wanted to do is I wanted the stands to be low. And the reason for that is you can always shim up, but if it's too tall, you're stuck, you can't do anything. So that was the thought process behind that. This is just a stock Acme nut here, and then this handle has just a hexagonal cutout that you can lift up and reposition if you need to, if there's enough space to do it, right? So, if you get jammed up against an obstruction or whatever, you can reset the handle, just like a regular combination wrench or something like that. So, and who doesn't like ball knobs for handles? Okay, moving on. The gussets here, I wanted something that I could reach my hand around, okay, and grab a hold of. And then the other thing I wanted to be able to do was easily hook tie downs to it. So you might use this on a trailer, supporting a piece of something or whatever, and you don't want your jack stand flying off onto the highway, right? So you can tie it up if you want. Easy to get a hold of. It probably doesn't even need the braces, but it looks cooler with them, and they give some functionality. And then, excuse me, the holes. The holes are free when you're getting the plate cut, basically, so why not? You might want to screw this down to the deck of a trailer. You might want to mount it horizontally to something else. You might want to screw some cribbing to it to raise it up. Who knows, right? It just kind of leaves the door open to do some other stuff. It's good design practice to leave the door open for yourself for future function that you didn't anticipate. And then kind of the last thing, I don't know if it's the last thing, these cutouts here are so that you can nestle up closer to an obstruction. At least that was the idea. And they kind of look interesting too. So that was the thought there. And then we got a V-block, kind of a V-block top, so we can set an axle on here, a round thing or whatever. The top rotates. That was probably the hardest thing to get right, to get that to rotate. And then anti-rotation. This is trailer hitch tube. There's a pin going through this inside here that spans across the diagonal of the square tube and keeps the screw from rotating. As you see, the screw doesn't rotate as it comes up. So, okay, let's load test these and check it out. So I know a bunch of people out there are pointing at the screen going, "Oh my God, he painted something," and you're right. So we're putting the cool painted jack stand on the unpainted dog meat press that I put together. This is just to give a nice flat foot for the dyno there. And just a reminder, we used this on the last video. This dyno goes up to 20,000 pounds. I don't think we're going to make 20,000 with this, but let's give us a gronk and see what we get. So there's 2,000. This is now let's see. There's not enough. Actually, let's do this. Maybe you know what? Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, I think that'll be all right. So now I can reposition this if I want to. So let's give it a little English there. All right, that's 2,000, 4,000. One hex. 6. And you know, it's pretty stiff right now. Okay, it's pretty stiff. All right, 8,000. I think that's probably about all I could do, you know, laying under a truck or something like that. And now in compression, these are very strong. So if you brought them up to something and then lowered that down onto it, I'm sure these could support, you know, 15 or 20 tons without even thinking about it. So, but yeah. Anyway, there's 8,000. Let's give it a little more. Okay. That's 10K. That's 5 tons there. Not bad. I guess the one of the things in here that I didn't talk about is it's got let's see if we can get it so you can see it. It's got one of my favorite little needle thrust bearings in here, right? And these are available from McMaster, and these are real low profile needle thrust bearings. There you can kind of see it, right? And they're really nice. They're cheap. This bearing's probably $5, and the washers are $1 a piece, something like that. And these are hardened washers. And they just work beautifully in a setup like this for something that has a thrust load on it. It's pure thrust only, though. So. So anyway, that I forgot to mention that, but now I did. So anyway, that's about it, guys, and or folks, or friends, or whatever. And like I said, if you want the DXFs for the handle and the base, just shoot me an email, a friendly email, and I'll give you some DXFs, and you can make your own.